Hey guys, it's Super Duty Cummins here. Just an update. Today I got back from Montana. I stopped by Ford Cummins, and as you can see here, a bunch of boxes, empty boxes. I got my parts, so I'm just gonna quickly go through what comes in the kit, what everything does. Well, what mostly everything does. I haven't figured everything out quite yet, but without further ado, I'm going to start off with the exhaust manifold they give you. This is meant to replace your factory 12 valve exhaust manifold. And the turbo, where the turbo sits, it sits on a 90-degree elbow. It faces downwards instead of just sticking straight out. This is meant to clear the heater box in your Ford, in your early Power Stroke, late IDI model Ford. Because if you've seen the engine underneath the hood of those Power Strokes, they got the fairly big heater box, and it takes quite a bit of room. So the factory manifold where the turbo sits, it won't fit, it won't pass that air box. So this is meant to bypass it, pretty much. So this costs about, I think it was like $150, $200. So that's that. It just came with the exhaust manifold. It never came with the studs or the gaskets. So I'll have to buy those myself. The second thing are the motor mounts. They are 100% custom made. I was gonna make my own, but I figured it was just easier to pick them up. They come with the insulators and everything, so those are good to go. It comes with the hard wire here to bolt them onto the cross member. These are meant to bolt on. You can weld them if you choose, but they're also meant to be bolted on. So those are them. The next thing we got here is the adapter plate. This is the most expensive part. It's 100% customly made here. You can see the Ford Cummins website is stamped on there. This particular one, these go for about $700, but they are constructed out of aluminum, and they're actually pretty well made here. It looks pretty good. So this particular one, it just hooks up in between your block and the bell housing, and it's meant to fit the ZF 5-speed. I chose to stick with the transmission on my truck already. I don't like the NV series of trannies, but that's just my personal preference. Yeah, these retail for about $700. That's the most expensive piece. It's also the most important piece as well. And this one also, this one you hook up the 6-liter starter, because if you use your factory starter off your Dodge, it actually does not clear the bell housing with the ZF transmission. So I chose to go with this one, because if you don't, you have to do a little bit of grinding, and in order to pass the starter, you gotta take quite a bit off the bell housing. So I didn't feel like doing that. They're the same price too, so it saves you a lot of time. So those are the three important pieces anyway, and the most expensive ones. So we go to the smaller stuff. This is it's basically a wire adapter kit for your Dodge alternator. It's meant to hook up to everything essential, whatever. That was like $30. This is some bracket for, I believe it's for the tack assembly to fit your Cummins motor. This is the water neck assembly. It bolts in like this on your motor. and the hose goes on a straight. It points straight up. The other one is on a 90. This is meant to clear your well, if you put on an intercooler, it's meant to clear that. It's a lot easier to fit in. It also comes with a little thermostat. So, but I'll probably go with the genuine Cummins thermostats because I don't trust these ones. Here we got a pilot bushing, no big deal. We got some studs for your exhaust manifold, because when you take the original ones off, they're going to be all corroded and no good. This is for your tack. You got to fit this on the front of your motor, and I believe this bracket here also bolts onto the front. That's where you put on the sensor, and that's your tack. This is your AC manifold. It's meant to fit your manifold on your stock Ford pump. So that's another essential item there. We have some more hardware. And this, I haven't figured what this out is yet, but I will when I get to it. So these are all the parts. Everything all together, I believe it was $1,500, I believe. So there's some other things I might be ordering. You can buy an intercooler set. It's all the pipes pre-bent, pre-cut. All you have to do is just put it together. It'll fit your intercooler to your turbo, obviously your intake manifold. But yeah, that's pretty much everything. So I now have the parts. I just got to pull my Cummins motor out of my Dodge, and we'll be back in business. So I guess this is part 5 or 4 to the Cummins project. So keep watching. Thanks.